Welcome to Bridgewater, Virginia and Turner Ashby High School, where tonight we're giving you your Shenandoah Valley Sports Game of the Week between the Waynesboro Little Giants and the homestanding Turner Ashby Knights. I am Jay Crawford, and I'm joined by Coach Jack Hale in the booth, and we want to thank our sponsors, Comcast, El Paso Mexican Grill, Hank's Smokehouse, Harrisonburg Nissan, Jenkins Insurance, Massanutten Resort, May Supply, Medicap Pharmacy, Intelos, Office Products, Old Dominion Realty, Paul Oball Ford, Rockingham Memorial Hospital, Star Heating and Cooling, United Bank, and University Outpost for bringing you this game absolutely free of charge on telemediaproductions.com. Coach, we had a chance to talk with both of the coaches prior to the game, but Waynesboro comes in 4-5, Turner Ashby at 2-7. What do you expect here tonight?
Well, I think, first of all, for Waynesboro High School, they've got a possible shot at making the postseason playoffs. As I understand, if they win tonight, there will be one of the 16 teams that make the postseason playoffs. So I think that is their motivation, certainly. For Turner Ashby, they're coming off a very good win against Spotswood High School here last Friday night, as you and I, Jay, were here to witness that. And I think they want to build on that momentum, finish the season here, this final game, with a good taste in their mouth, so to speak.
Yes, sir. They did come out and play very, very well against Spotswood last week. They played spoiler last week, looking to do the same thing again this week. Waynesboro, on the other hand, comes in 4-5. They do have playoffs on their mind, and they enter off an open week, so they've had some extra time to get ready tonight. They're following a 55-8 win over Fort Defiance, their last time out. And they are in fourth place in Conference 3A, Conference 29 right now with a 3-2 record. And they're winners of 3 of their last 5 games. Turner Ashby, meanwhile, hasn't won 3 all season. They are sitting at 2-7. But they do enter off that emotional 34-20 win over Spotswood, in which they forced 5 turnovers, and something like that could be the case again tonight, Coach.
Yes. You know, anytime you're in a cold weather situation as we are tonight, I think that sort of enhances the possibility of turnovers. That, as I mentioned last week, that football on a cold night like tonight is going to be hard, and it's going to be slick. And that presents a problem when you're playing in a cold weather game.
It sure does. Waynesboro comes in averaging 31.88 points per game. They allow 27.11, so they've been playing a lot of close games, Coach. Turner Ashby, meanwhile, comes in averaging only 18.67 points per game, and they allow 37. So I would not be surprised to see a high-scoring affair if it weren't for the cold weather.
Right. Well, I talked with Coach Sneed for Turner Ashby, and I think one of their biggest concerns, and his concern, is the big playability of Waynesboro. And, hopefully he says he would like to see their defense try to stop the big play. He's not certain if they can, stop them totally, but, sort of contain and prevent the big play and make Waynesboro have to handle the ball and throw the ball in order to score.
And whenever they do that, it's quarterback Chris Baker that you want to keep an eye on, effective rushing and passing, isn't he, Coach?
Yes. He has totaled for the year 786 yards passing and 744 yards rushing, and he averages 8.2 yards per carry. So that's a big double threat at the quarterback position.
And we'll look to get the comments from the coaches after we come back from this timeout.
There's something to be said about honesty and loyalty, about commitment and trust. Yes, these are some of the traits that make a really great friend. And at United, we think they're also the traits that make a really great bank. It's how we've done business since 1839. Knowing names, knowing faces, knowing dreams. So while you're out there at work, at play, and at life, always know we're at your service. United Bank.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
I'm Jay Crawford. I'm joined now by Waynesboro coach Derek McDaniel. And Coach McDaniel, you guys been looking at playoffs all season long. Got a good night of football ahead of you. What's the key? How do you keep the guys from getting too wound up tonight?
Well, we're just going to focus on TA tonight. You know, if we don't take care of business tonight, we're sitting at home next week. It's that simple. So our focus all week has just been on TA and trying to prepare for, you know, what they're going to bring to the table tonight and the things they do offensively and defensively. And they run a lot of different sets offensively, and we've got to be really disciplined tonight on defense. And offensively, we just got to execute. We've got to do what we've been doing all year offensively.
And what are the keys to the game? What do you have to do well tonight to come out of here with a win and make the playoffs next week?
Well, with the temperature, you know, it's kind of a chilly night. Of course, I like it. I'd like for the wind to stop, but we have to, like I say, offensively execute, not turn the thing over, and not give TA short fields. You know, that's the worst thing we can do is give them, you know, the ball on the 30, 35-yard line. So can't have turnovers, can't put the ball on the ground, and we have to execute. And defensively, we got to be disciplined. We got to tackle, get them to the ground, you know, get some 3 and outs, and get the offense back on the field. If we do that, we'll be okay.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll be back with Jack's interview with Chris Sneed, the Turner Ashby coach, right after this break.
And Telos wants to give you more for the holidays, like 2 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text for just $25 a month. That's a better value than Verizon and AT&T. And nothing says happy holidays like getting the smartphone you want for 0 down. And Telos will even buy out your contract. It's $25, 2 gigs of data, and unlimited talk and text. Happier holidays from Entelos. More phones, more lines, more data. Get more for the holidays from Entelos.
This is Jack Hale out at Turner Ashby High School with Coach Chris Sneed of Turner Ashby before tonight's game with the Waynesboro Little Giants. And Coach Sneed, last week you had a really good win against Spotswood High School. And my question to you is, do you think that to be a positive effect tonight against Waynesboro, who's looking to try to make the playoffs, and your guys are coming off a very good win? What do you think about the effects, and what kind of practice week did you have?
We had a great practice week, and you know that provided a little bit of extra motivation throughout the week and going into this week, and you know, Waynesboro's got a good football team, so we got to play a little bit better this week than we did last week.
Right. Well, you know, playing at home against a team that's looking to make the playoffs and coming off a good win, and I think that was a good vibe for you, and I think it's going to be a fine game, and good luck tonight.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jack.
All right.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this timeout.
Did you know Harrisonburg Nissan is 24 years old and locally owned? Plus, you can shop from home 24/7 online with our express buying service. Check it out at harrisonburgnissan.com. Give us a fighting chance.
On the journey to a great car deal, all roads lead to the same location, Harrisonburg Nissan. We've got it all. Great savings on a huge selection of new Nissans and the Valley's largest selection of pre-owned cars. 0 down sign and drive. And if you'd rather not drive, we're just a mouse click away, 24/7 at harrisonburgnissan.com. Doesn't matter what the map says. The road to a great car buying experience leads to one location, Harrisonburg Nissan, the beast on 33 East.
Welcome back to Turner Ashby High School in beautiful Bridgewater, Virginia, where tonight the Waynesboro Little Giants have come to visit the Knights of TA. The coin toss has been held. Waynesboro won the toss and elected to take the football. They will be receiving to our right. Turner Ashby will kick off from the left, and we are set for kickoff. Coach, what do you think will be the differences in tonight's ball game?
Well, I think nothing changes here as far as a lot of times what determines the outcome of the game. Certainly, I was talking with the Turner Ashby coach early before the game, and he was talking about the turnover situation. For example, they played Monticello and had 7 turnovers. Well, you're not going to beat anyone with 7 turnovers. On the other hand, last week in their very fine win against Spotswood, they took advantage of 5 Spotswood turnovers. So I think turnovers, penalties as usual, and also Coach Sneed mentioned the kicking game, and he felt like they needed to improve over last week in their kicking game. So let's see if that turns out to be a factor.
Eamon Lowry, as you see, has placed the ball on the tee. He is ready to kick off. Michael Brown is the deep man for Waynesboro. We are seconds from kickoff. Lowry has been given the whistle. And we are underway at Turner Ashby. A pooch kick down the middle of the field, bounces at about the 25, rolls down to the 20. It's picked up there and returned back to almost the 30-yard line before a pile of TA defenders drives him backwards. So Waynesboro will start out 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
That was Kawan McCarthy on the return there for Waynesboro. And as you said, Jay, TA came out and had several guys on the tackle. I think that's what they want to do defensively, get as many players around Waynesboro's big threat running backs and receivers as they can.
Our first look at Baker, he's got the team in a wing T formation. He brings one man in motion from right to left. The toss comes to him. That's Brown on the carry, Michael Brown. He gets out into the open and fumbles the football. Turner Ashby has come up with it, or at least it looked like they did. Turner Ashby had the ball, it appeared, but then it popped back free, and another Waynesboro Little Giant hit the floor.
Wow, what a break for Waynesboro.
And he came up with it. Let's see if we can find it out here on the Jenkins Insurance replay, Coach.
Here's Michael Brown, and you see that one of Turner Ashby's defenders reached in and knocked the ball away. Well, it looked like Sherfy had the ball, and then evidently we couldn't see it, but on the other side it came out again. So there's that first bullet dodged, Jay.
You're exactly right. Waynesboro, in the meantime, gets a first down at the Turner Ashby 47. This time the handoff goes straight up the middle. That's number 20, Dominique Gray on the carry. He picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Little Giants.
Well, besides the quarterback, number 17, Chris Baker, Waynesboro has some big threats on offense. Number 1, Michael Brown, we saw in the first play, and then Dominic Gray is a load as well at the fullback position.
Baker under center. Again, the ball goes to the up back. Gray fighting for more yardage. He's inside the 40-yard line, close to a first down, but I believe they're going to mark him just short. I believe it'll be 3rd and about 1.
It could be they're going to measure here, Jay. I think they stopped the clock temporarily to measure to see if it's a first down.
You are exactly right. He's close enough to get a measurement. They'll bring the sticks out, and we'll take another look here at the Jenkins Insurance replay. And the pile just continued to move forward once Dominique Gray hit the line.
All right, you see number 50, who's the nose guard for Turner Ashby. That's Josh Harris. He was the first one in there, and then several other TA tacklers came in to help Harris make a stop.
The measurement was good enough for a first down. Well, the ball carry was good enough. The measurement just confirmed the fact that it was a first down. 1st and 10 Turner Ashby, or 1st and 10 Waynesboro at the Turner Ashby 37-yard line. Baker brings a man in motion. It's Brown. Brown takes the ball out around the right end, slips in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down there just inside the 40 at the 39, so a loss of a couple. It'll be 2nd and 12 as we see the Jenkins Insurance replay.
Well, Brown came in motion, and that was the jet sweep that we see so much in primarily college and high school football. And Turner Ashby did a really good job on that, Jay, and it caused a 1-yard loss.
2nd and 11. Chris Baker up under center, wing T formation. Man comes in motion from left or from right to left, but the ball goes to number 20, Dominique Gray, up the middle, and Gray picks up another good gain. He's down inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line.
This is about the third time we've seen this play, and I think the difference, the last time we saw it, number 50, Josh Harris, sort of hit Gray before he got a full head of steam. Well, no one stopped him that time as he broke through into the second level, and the result is a big gain.
1st and 10, 25-yard line of Turner Ashby. Baker keeps this time. He rolls to the left, finds some running room. He's dragging tacklers down inside the 15 to near the 10-yard line, and I believe he'll have enough for yet another Little Giants first down.
Well, what you're going to see on the Jenkins Insurance replay, there's a fake to Gray, and then Baker just rolls out and just a naked quarterback sweep, really. And he is such a load. He's 220 pounds plus, so that's going to be a real problem for Turner Ashby.
This time the handoff goes up the middle. It's bounced back out to the right side, still moving, struggling to get yardage. He's down inside the 5-yard line and is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this time you'll see on the replay, he fakes Gray, and he was going to follow him, and then he breaks out, and look, there's 3 tacklers that are trying to bring Baker down. As I said, what a load he is at 220 pounds plus. So there's an early touchdown.
Great start for the Little Giants. The snap bounces, is picked up by the holder. That's Baker. Baker will not have anything to do with it as he drops it and puts it on the ground. Turner Ashby recovers. The point after fails. But with 9:14 remaining in the first quarter, the Little Giants lead Turner Ashby 6-0. We'll be back right after this telemedia timeout.
On the journey to a great car deal.
Clear to zip. Break a little. That's good. Good job. Game on. Back at Turner Ashby High School in Bridgewater, Virginia, 9:14 remaining in the first quarter. Waynesboro with an early 6-0 lead on a 10-yard run by quarterback Chris Baker. We talked about that prior to the game, Coach. He's a big weapon. He throws it and runs it, and he's got some good yardage to show for it.
He certainly does, and I think unless they have to, I think you can see Waynesboro and Baker running the football predominantly tonight. I think Turner Ashby, here, I know it's early first quarter, but Turner Ashby needs to respond here, and be able to move the football a little bit. It could be a long night.
Ball kicked deep downfield, received at about the 5-yard line, runs straight up the middle of the field, out to the 25, out across the 25 to about the 26, 27-yard line. Turner Ashby will take over 1st and 10 there after a nice return by number 23, Michael Dela Cruz.
We saw Dela Cruz last week, and he and Cody Warner, number 21, sort of spell each other. And so that was a good return. And let's see what Turner Ashby's game plan is on offense.
Mason Fridley with that offset eye in the backfield. One receiver to either side. He brings the man on left in motion to the right. Fake toss. He rolls out, rolls to his left, flips a little pass to the flat to a tailback. A pickup of about 7 or 8 yards. The ball's to number 21. That's Cody Warner out of the backfield. Warner, you see, there's the guy that they faked the toss to, and then ended up catching the pass and picking up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now for Turner Ashby.
Well, Warner was one of the targets out of the backfield last week in the game against Spotswood. That passing to the back out of the backfield was really effective last week.
3 receivers in a bunch there, as you see at the bottom of your screen. Again, Fridley rolls out. He looks for number 10. That's Jared Clatterbuck, but throws it just out of his reach. Probably a good thing because the Waynesboro Little Giant had undercut that pass route, Coach.
And not only that, but one of the Little Giants off the outside away from where Fridley was rolling was putting pressure on him. So I think, it's sort of surprising to me that they threw the ball with a 2nd and 3 yards to go, but let's see what's going, maybe a run with the fullback or maybe another pass in the flat.
Same shotgun formation. The ball's given to number 3. That's Jarrett Price, and Price is tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage on that 3rd and 3 play. He will not get there. Waynesboro, it appears, is forced to punt as the punting team comes on for Turner Ashby.
On the replay, you're going to see number 52 for Waynesboro. That's Tyshawn Brooks to come in and make a really good play as he stops the ball carrier when it appeared that Price was going to make the first down.
That's Fridley back there doing the punting. He gets the kickoff. It's an end-over-end wobbler. And fair caught at the 32-yard line. So it'll be Waynesboro 1st and 10 from their own 32 when they take over their second possession. And honestly, with the success they had the first time, I don't expect to see a lot change here in this second possession, Coach.
I think we're going to see Dominic Gray. We'll see if Turner Ashby makes an adjustment, maybe perhaps a run blitz on first down to try to stop these big heavies for Waynesboro. I'm talking about Gray at fullback and then Baker, the quarterback, who are certainly difficult to stop once they get rolling.
Baker will go up under center in a wing T formation. Single receivers to either side. The handoff again goes quickly up the middle to Dominique Gray. Gray picks up just a couple of yards that time. They'll maybe give him credit for 3. That's closer to 4, Coach. He picked up more than I thought he did. 4 yards, 2nd and 6 now for the Little Giants.
All right, well, Turner Ashby did a pretty good job that time of sort of getting some hits on Gray before he got rolling into second level. You notice that once again Turner Ashby has 9, 10 players within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, and this has been their MO on defense.
Same play again. That's Gray again up the middle, and he is out to the 45-yard line. Good enough for another Waynesboro first down.
That's just a little short trap. Right guard pulled, and Gray got yardage for a first down, Jay.
1st and 10 at their own 45. 6:48 and counting here in the first quarter. They already lead 6-0. This time the fake. Baker fakes, turns and throws back to his right. He's got a man out there. It's caught at the 20-yard line down inside the 10 and tackled finally, it looks like, at about the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Waynesboro.
You'll see on the Jenkins Insurance replay that Baker had plenty of time, and even though that wasn't the most beautiful pass, there's Michael Brown, number 1, that is the receiver that Baker connects with, and he got behind 2 TA defenders, and Waynesboro's within striking distance. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Baker under center. He turns and gives to Dominic Gray, and Gray almost walks into the end zone. Huge hole there, as you'll see on the Jenkins Insurance replay, but touchdown Little Giants, and they lead it 12-0.
He turns and hands off, and there's a lead back. Number 13 is Stephon Thornton, but Gray, as you said, there wasn't anybody within 3 yards of him from the time he took the handoff and walked into the end zone.
This time the snap is much better. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:13 remaining here in the first quarter of your SVS Game of the Week, it's Waynesboro 13, Turner Ashby nothing, and we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Something new from Old Dominion. Our clients have loved our feature-rich mobile site for years, and now you can get all that info in an app. Search the way you like. Discover listings in new ways. From desktop to mobile, we've got you covered. And one more thing, we are the only company in the area to have access to 5 MLS systems. That means you'll get more listings and info here than anywhere else. Guaranteed. Old Dominion Realty. Now that's what you were looking for.
Back at Turner Ashby High School, where the Little Giants have taken a 13-0 lead over the host Knights. And, Coach, we talked about the importance of Turner Ashby responding here during the break. They can't afford to fall 3 scores down this early in the first quarter. They pretty much got to make something happen here, don't they?
I think you're exactly right, Jay. I know it's early, and one thing that Coach Snead talked about his team to me was that they played hard and right to the end, and certainly they're going to have to continue that.
Zach Becker, the kickoff, retreated again down to about the 5-yard line, returned out to the 25-yard line where it will be 1st and 10, Turner Ashby from there.
Yeah, that was number 24, Gray Sherfy, on the return for Turner Ashby. They have decent field position here at the 26-yard line. So let's see if they threw against Waynesboro. Let's see if they can get their running game going a little bit here to complement their throwing game.
Interesting call here, Coach. They're going shotgun initially. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, 1 back beside Fridley in the backfield. He drops back, throws down the right sideline, and it is overthrown and out of bounds. Intended for number 24. That's Gray Sherfy, the guy who returned the kickoff. The ball just nowhere near him.
I'm not sure if certainly taking a shot downfield I think is good, and hopefully from the aspect of Turner Ashby's game plan, but I don't know if that tells me they don't feel very good about their ability to run the football, which they did very well last week.
Fridley this time under center, offset eye in the backfield. The ball's handed off to the deep back. That's number 21. I believe that's Cody Warner. No, that's Dela Cruz, 23, pardon me, on the carry. He doesn't get much. He's tripped up after a gain of maybe 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 9 now for the Knights.
Well, number 51, the middle linebacker for Waynesboro, Matt Everidge, whose brother also plays as number 54, and he's the right defensive tackle as you look at their alignment. But he blitzed and had a shot at making a stop for a big loss. But
Fridley takes a high snap, rolls out to his left, and throws complete, looks like on the sideline. The pass caught by number 10, that's Jared Clatterbuck, but it will not be enough for the first down, so the Little Giants have forced a 4th and 4, and Turner Ashby will be forced to kick it away again. Fridley dropping back to do the kicking. And it looks like Jadacius Williams is the one who's back to receive the kick.
Yes, that's Jadacius back there. 2 out of 3 plays were passing, and not a very good kick.
End over end kick bounces at the 47-yard line, rolls down inside the 45 to the 44. What would be downed there. Waynesboro will take over, leading 13-0, 4:41 remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, Coach Snead talked to me about mentioned the kicking game, and he felt like they needed to do a better job, and the snap was good, but the kick was almost straight up in the air, and not a really good one. I'm sure he's not satisfied with that, but Waynesboro is in good position here, and this is crucial for Turner Ashby right here to get the ball back to.
Baker goes under center, wing T formation. He gives the ball up the middle. That's Gray again, straight up the middle. This time he doesn't gain but 3 yards maybe. They'll mark him down after a gain of just 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Little Giants.
That was interesting. Otherwise, when Grays carried the ball, it was just a straight handoff on a dive or a short trap. It almost appeared to me that time that Waynesboro was running a read option because Baker seemed to almost try to pull the ball out and like he was going to try to run the ball on a read option.
Baker again this time turns and gives directly to Gray, and Gray up the middle again. Gain of about 2 more yards out to the 49-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 6 now for Waynesboro.
All right, big third down for more for Turner Ashby than for Waynesboro because they definitely need to get the ball back and show that they can stop Waynesboro's high-powered offense here this early in the first quarter. See Coach Derek McDaniel there as he's looking out on the field.
Shotgun formation. The toss this time comes to Brown, I believe that is. No, that's not Brown. That's number 13, who's down inside the 20 and tackled finally at about the 18-yard line.
That's Stephen Thornton. You're going to see the Jenkins replay, and just quarterback takes a direct snap and reverses on a quick pitch to Thornton, and he does an excellent job. He eluded 2 tacklers, and it takes another 2 or 3 to get him down. And Waynesboro is back in business, Jay, down here inside the 20-yard line,
They're at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Baker breaks huddle with his crew. They were in shotgun formation. That time had a bunch of receivers on the left. This time they're in the same formation, but the receivers are on the right. The handoff goes to number 13 again. He breaks outside. He's down to the 5, to the 10. Touchdown, Waynesboro.
Well, that's number 13, Stephon Thornton again, and he showed you some of his elusiveness. You see him dip out, and then you watch him give that defender a juke and burst on in and sort of high stepping there at the end. And wow, Waynesboro is definitely, as I said earlier, a big strike, quick strike offense.
2:42 remaining. The snap is high but is placed down, or no, it's not placed down. Baker keeps it, has a man open in the end zone, but the ball bounces to him. So the pass intended for Brown fails, and the score remains 19-0 here, 2:42 remaining.
Look at this ability by Baker to elude and get the pass off, and had it not been that the ball hit the ground as the receiver number 1, Brown, tried to catch it, that would have been a amazing two-point play by Waynesboro.
We'll be back with the final 2:42 of this first quarter right after this break.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
We are back at Turner Ashby High School in Bridgewater, Virginia, where the Little Giants, visiting Little Giants, have taken a 19-0 lead over Turner Ashby. 2:42 remaining here in the first quarter. I am Jay Crawford, and I am joined in the booth by Coach Hale. And Coach Hale, if the last response was needed by TA, this one's even more as they put the ball back into play. It is received at about the 7-yard line, returned up the middle, broken back toward the right sideline, but gang tackled at the 22-yard line where the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Well, first of all, it was a good kick by number 7, Zach Becker, and you see good and high and deep about the 7-yard line, and a couple of tacklers break through there, and then I think it's number 88 for Waynesboro comes
Monte
in.
Spencer
made a chest high tackle there, and let's see, TA threw the ball 2 out of 3 times the last possession. let's see if they continue to do that. They haven't tried to throw their tight end yet.
Fridley under center. He'll turn and give to the first back up. That's Jarrett Price. Price finds a little bit of running room off the left side of the line. He's out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 4 for the Knights.
Yeah, on that Jenkins Insurance replay, you saw number 52, Tyshawn Brooks, shoot through the guard tackle gap and just missed making a tackle in the backfield. So that helped TA get almost a 5-yard gain.
2nd and 4. Fridley again ready to go under center. That offset eye in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right, none to his left. He turns and gives to the tailback this time. I believe that's Cody Warner.
Right, and that was Brooks, 52. That time made the tackle on the ball carrier, Warner.
Warner picked up, we'll give him credit for 1. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for TA, and this is a big, big 3rd down, Coach. They pretty much have to do something here. If not, nothing more than give their defense a rest before Waynesboro comes back out on the field.
Right, well, they ran the ball the first 2 plays on that possession, and they're pretty much have to throw it here.
Fridley fakes a handoff, rolls out to his right, looks across the middle, finds his tight end, as you called it. Number 45, that's Ethan Harris on the reception, out to the 34-yard line, and that is good enough for a Turner Ashby first down.
Well, there's a bootleg, and he sets his feet, and he gets Harris. That was a fine catch there because the defender was right there with Harris. And look at this fine throw, and then maybe even a better catch by number 45.
Fridley this time in the backfield in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left. The ball hits Fridley and bounces free. It's picked up there by Price, I believe that is. It is Price. Price makes something positive out of something that was almost disastrous. He's out close to the 44-yard line and close to another first down. It is a Turner Ashby first down at their own 44-yard line.
I don't think that's how that play was meant to be drawn up.
No, I don't think that's the way they had that one on the blackboard in the locker room before the game, Coach. I believe you're right.
That ball bounced right up, and Price took advantage of it for the 2nd consecutive first down.
Fridley this time under center. Wing T formation. The back on the right goes in motion. The toss goes to him. That's De La Cruz. La Cruz looking for room out on the left-hand side, out around that left end, and he won't find much, if anything. And in addition, we've got a flag on the play.
It might be blocking the back or holding. I think it was a holding by Turner Ashby. That's the call, I believe I saw. You know, the wide receiver on that play had difficulty with the cornerback who came flying up there, but I think the hold was closer in the interior line, maybe at
worse than anything, Coach, it was in the backfield, so that's a loss of almost 15 yards. It'll be 1st and almost 25 now for the Knights. And Fridley again under center in the wing T formation, a single receiver to the right side. He brings the wing back in form. And was that the guy that caught the ball? The guy that was in shotgun? Or the guy that was in motion?
No, the motion man came out as an additional blocker, and that was really sort of a hitch screen. You'll see on the replay, the motion man's already come by, and that's 24 on the reception there, Sherfy, and a fairly successful play. Got some positive yardage as the quarter ends, Jay.
We are at the end of the first quarter. Waynesboro 19, Turner Ashby nothing. We'll be back with the second stanza right after this SBS timeout.
Just east of Massanutten Resort in Elkton are 2 of the finest restaurants in the valley, Ciro's Italian Eatery and El Paso Mexican Grill. Ciro's offers authentic Italian cuisine, pizzas, and subs, as well as an extensive hand-picked wine selection. And just 2 blocks away, at El Paso, you'll find the genuine tastes of Mexico. So whether you have a taste for Italian or Mexican, take the scenic drive to Elkton and visit us soon. Enjoy a meal you're sure to remember at Ciro's Italian Eatery and El Paso Mexican Grill.
Hope to see you soon. Salud.
Well, folks, it's official. Paul Loball Ford is the #1 select Ford dealer in the entire Washington, D.C. district, including the Valley, for the first half of 2014. All because you made the switch. To meet demand, we've decided to almost double our new car inventory for a bigger selection, which means bigger savings. Plus, free maintenance, including oil changes and tire rotations for the life of your bumper-to-bumper warranty on every new Ford sold. Only where the Valley makes the switch. Are you ready?
Back at Turner Ashby, 2nd and 18 for the Knights again. A man goes in motion. That's Cody Warner in motion. And we've got flags down prior to the snap. Illegal procedure against Turner Ashby. That'll bring up another 2nd and even longer 2nd and 23 now for the Knights, and they cannot afford to be moving backwards as well as this Waynesboro offense has been executing so far tonight.
Well, one game previously I said more than 20 is buku yards to go, and this is buku.
Fridley rolls out to his right, or rolls out to his left a little, makes the pass, completes it to number 8. That's Trent Abernathy. Abernathy's out beyond the sticks for the first time this drive, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Knights.
Yeah, that's a really well executed play.
Just found a spot in the zone and sat down, didn't he, Coach?
Right. And Fridley rolled and set his feet and made a good throw. A makeable 3rd down, Jay.
2 receivers to either side. Fridley in the shotgun, 1 back right beside him. That's Price. He'll drop back into the pocket and is almost picked off. Number 21 will be kicking himself all the way home. That's Merendon Armand Jones, who had a shot at that one and just let it go through his hands.
On the replay here, I think Fridley was looking downfield and then at the last minute decided to throw out in the flat, and he didn't pick up the defender there, who, as you said, will be kicking himself because that was a pick 6 if he'd have made the interception.
Fridley back to punt. Williams again back deep to do the return. He catches it at the 20, slips and goes down on a, catches himself on a hand. He breaks things out to the left-hand side, finds some room on the left sideline. He breaks it back. He's down to the 30, to the 25, and finally tackled down at the 24-yard line where it will be 1st and 10 Waynesboro.
On the return, on the replay, you can see what a great job. I mean, he just caught himself. I don't know if that threw anybody off, but look, there's one missed tackle. There's another one, a 3rd, and if it's not for number 32 for Turner Ashby, makes a tremendous effort to prevent a score there.
Dylan Lehman prevented him from reaching pay dirt, but Waynesboro has very, very good field position. 1st and 10 at the Turner Ashby 24. Baker will go up under center in the wing T formation. Baker sends one man in motion. That's Brown. He gives the ball up the middle. That's number 20. That's
Fumble.
Gray. Gray makes it down inside the 5-yard line and is finally wrestled down.
There's a fumble, Jay, and I think it's a touchback. I think Turner Ashby recovered the ball on the fumble and going to have the ball going the other way.
You're exactly right. I couldn't see it from where I'm sitting, but
here's the
we'll
replay.
See it on the Jenkins Insurance replay.
There's number 20, and I think Warner reaches in and grabs his right arm that was holding the ball, and the ball came loose. I can't quite see who the Turner Ashby player was that recovered the fumble. It might have been number 18, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Looked like Jason Powers was one of the few guys that was down there in the area. I'm not sure if he came up with it, but Fridley up under center. Flags fly again, and Turner Ashby is going to be called for illegal procedure once again, so it'll be 1st and 15 now at the 15-yard line.
Well, we've talked, a lot about, penalties like procedures and lining up off sides and false starts, holding and blocking the back. Those things happen sometimes when you're trying to make an effort on a moving player. But, I think that kind of penalty is almost inexcusable.
Offset eye behind Fridley, who's under center. 2 receivers to his right. He drops back, looks right, throws right. The ball is low. Intended for, looks like, for number 8, Trent Abernathy. But thrown too low, thrown at his feet, incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 15 now for the Knights.
I don't think Fridley, got his feet set as well that time, and he, as you said, it was low. He just didn't get very much zip on the ball, did he, Jay?
No, he did not. Didn't have a lot of that one. The Knights break huddle. Fridley this time will stay in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to either side. Now he'll send the guy in motion. That looks like Dela Cruz, but again, flags fly and whistles blow.
Might be a neutral zone infraction by Waynesboro. No.
Timeout, Turner Ashby.
Yeah.
Turner Ashby has called a timeout. 10:39 remaining here in the second quarter. Waynesboro 19, Turner Ashby nothing, and we'll be back after this telemedia break.
Business owners, did you know you can advertise on television or online in the Harrisonburg area? Reach your customers locally through the power of Comcast Spotlight. You can advertise on networks of programming like Fox News, ESPN, Food Network, CNN, Bravo, the History Channel, and BET and more, both easily and cost-effectively. For all your television and online needs in the Harrisonburg area, contact Michael Nelson at 540-529-8285.
And their quickness.
We are back in Bridgewater, Virginia, specifically Turner Ashby High School, where the homestanding Knights find themselves down 19-0 to the visiting Waynesboro Little Giants. Turner Ashby has just called a timeout, and Coach, was that just something to tell them to keep their heads and keep from doing anything silly on the remainder of this drive?
I think maybe the coaches saw something that they didn't like before that play started and got a timeout.
Fridley in shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. He rolls to his left, looks downfield, throws, and again the ball goes right through the hands of a defender. That time it was number 52, Tyshawn Brooks, who had a shot at it, as you'll see here on the Jenkins Insurance replay.
Well, excuse me. Fridley is sort of running, and trying to see someone, and Waynesboro just they've got the receivers covered in the flat, and I think they've noticed that TA likes to throw the flat, so they're playing that. Their safety, Waynesboro's safety, is about 20 yards deep, so he's taking care of the long stuff. And
3rd and 15 now. Fridley takes a snap, drops back, and throws deep down the left or right sideline. The ball is incomplete. And it will be 4th and 15 now for the Knights, and they'll have to punt from deep in their own end. 10:26 remaining here in the first half of your Shenandoah Valley Sports Game of the Week.
One thing that impresses me is not only the size of the D-line and linebackers for Waynesboro, but their quickness.
Fridley back to do the kicking. It's a good snap. He gets the kickoff, but it's off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds inside Turner Ashby territory. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Waynesboro, with excellent field position here with a 19-0 lead already, Coach.
Well, once again, I'm be repetitive, but the kicking game that Coach Snead talked about, saying, we've got to do a better job. And, I think Snead, his last punt was very, very well done, but that one got away from him.
Baker this time in a shotgun formation. He calls for the snap, and we've got flags this time flying again. This time I believe you're going to see it's on Waynesboro. Looked to me like a lineman was moving at the same time they brought the man in motion.
Well, he's
actually lined up in the neutral zone. The neutral zone infraction on the offense, something you don't see very often, Coach.
Right. A few games ago, we saw maybe it was the Wilson Riverheads game, players line up, incorrectly. They were lining up in the neutral zone before the play started. I mean, one thing you can do is make sure you're lining up properly. Again,
shotgun formation, 13, Thornton in motion. He rolls up. He's got a man down the middle, wide open. He's inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. That's Dominic Gray, the fullback, with the catch right down the middle of the field. Baker to Gray.
Well, he fakes to the motion man and steps up in the pocket and hits Gray, as you said, wide open.
Tackle made by number 10, Jared Clatterbuck, but not until the ball had crossed the 5-yard line. First and goal, Little Giants at the 5-yard line of Turner Ashby. They already lead it 19-0. Baker under center. He brings Brown sort of partway in motion. Then he keeps and comes out around the right side. Touchdown, Waynesboro.
On the replay, you'll see that's the read option that I mentioned earlier. That time Baker faked Gray, and whether it was called or he read it, when he turned the corner, he was wide open. Not to mention that he's 235 pounds, and you see the close-up folks you're watching there, that he's as big as he looks.
The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:53 remaining in the first quarter, in the first half, the score: Waynesboro 26, Turner Ashby nothing, and we'll be back to Bridgewater after this sponsor's timeout.
Dear Medicap, thanks for helping us save money. In fact, you saved my mother more than $1,000 a year by switching her to less expensive generic medicines.
Thank you for your kind and caring staff. I'm treated like a friend, not just a number. Your helpful staff always makes time to answer my questions and concerns.
Medicap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy. We fill millions of prescriptions, one important person at a time.
He's playing.
Back at Turner Ashby High School in Bridgewater, Virginia, 9:53 remaining in the first half. It is Waynesboro 26, Turner Ashby nothing. And Turner Ashby came in with what little momentum they had, Coach, after that win over Spotswood last week. It's been taken away from them so far in this one. Waynesboro's been all on point.
Right. They're I had not seen Waynesboro previously, Jay, but I had heard, from other sources that they had big play capability, and they're as good as advertised.
They are indeed. Here's the kickoff. Squib kick right down the middle of the field. It hits a Turner Ashby player, and then another falls on it at the 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Turner Ashby at their own 32-yard line. 9:50 remaining here in this first half.
Well, the replay you show, squib kick, and a really good job by the Turner Ashby player just falling on it. I'm interested,
That was Clatterbuck that fell on the ball. Interesting to see the squib kick there with the big lead.
Right.
Fridley in shotgun formation. He takes a snap and gives to Price. Price runs around the left end, will gain 3 yards before he runs into a Waynesboro Little Giant. Is finally wrestled down. But he does pick up 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 7 now for the Knights. We want to thank our scoreboard sponsors, as you see them there at the bottom of the screen. Comcast, supporting your home and business, and Massanutten Resort, your Four Seasons resort.
Waynesboro is playing an odd front. It looks like maybe a 50, but it's really a 3-5, similar to what we saw West Virginia play maybe a couple of years ago effectively. And they've got outside linebackers that are like defensive ends, but like you can see the replay, and there's a blitzing linebacker, and that was a really good catch there by, I think it's number 45.
It was Ethan Harris again, his second reception of the game. Close to first down yardage. I'm waiting to see if they're going to bring on the sticks, and they will.
That's the second time that Fridley has gone to Harris, and I think, they've been trying to throw to the backs in the flat, and I think Harris is a really good weapon. He's got good size, and they're probably going to need to continue to go to him. The first time they threw a bootleg and brought him across the field, that time he just went down into the open area where the middle linebacker for Waynesboro had been blitzing and found an open spot and sat down, and Fridley got him the ball for a first down.
1st and 10, Turner Ashby at their own 41-yard line. They trail 26-0 here to visiting Waynesboro. We've gone under 9 minutes. We're at 8:41 and counting here in the first half. Offset eye behind Fridley in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. The ball goes to the first man through. That's Price. Price surges forward, picks up about 5 yards to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 5 from there.
Waynesboro, we've been talking a lot about, their athleticism and quickness, and certainly on defense it's displayed as well. A word to say, not to take anything away from Waynesboro, but Turner Ashby has 25 sophomores, Coach, and they're, I think the one thing is you're going to see them play hard for the entire game.
Fridley in shotgun. He takes a snap, hands it off on a counter tray, it looked like there. Faked to one man and gave to the man coming back through on the other side. That's number 20. Who is that, 25? Is that Hunter May on the carry?
That's correct. That's Hunter May, number 25. That was a high snap that time, and they got away with it, getting a positive yardage on 2nd down.
Play brought in from the sidelines by number 8, Trent Abernathy. The Knights break huddle. Fridley will go under center. Offset eye in the backfield. Single receivers to either side. Fridley will turn and give to the deep man. I believe that's Cody Warner. Warner is inside Knights, or inside Little Giants territory, down to about the 20 or to the 49-yard line.
That should
be very close, and is another first down for the Knights. They're at the 48, so that was a full yard longer than what they needed, Coach.
Right. Even though we've got a huge deficit on the part of Turner Ashby, one of the best things they can do is to keep the ball away from the offense of Waynesboro, and that's what they're doing right now.
Man in motion from right to left. The ball's thrown out toward,
I think that was Warner.
Cody Warner. Warner wants a flag. He's got a flag, but I'm not sure what it's going to be out there. Might be interference.
Wow.
Looked like pretty good timing to me. Looked like number 6, and that's Williams, went for the ball.
Right. Well, I
but
think
it is pass interference against the Little Giants. That'll pick up 15 yards, and the Knights will have a first down at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Turner Ashby.
First down once again.
Fridley in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, brings another man in motion. The ball's given to that man in motion. That's Dela Cruz, I believe. He goes out, slips a little bit, still continues moving his feet. Picks up about 7 yards, it looks like, from here. Tough angle now that they're on that end of the field, Coach. He picks up about 6 yards instead. 2nd and 4 now for the TA Knights.
Well, you saw a good job by Price that time, as well as number 24, Gray Sherfy. A lot of times, a good block isn't necessarily knocking a guy down. It's just getting between the defender and the ball carrier, and that's exactly what Price and Sherfy did on that play. They did a really good job and got a real positive gain.
Fridley will this time go up under center, offset I, single receivers to either side. He'll drop back and hand the ball off to Cody Warner, and there is absolutely no place for Warner to go. He is wrapped up in the backfield. The first man to get there, number 62, Killen Pompilis, there on the tackle.
I think that was Dela Cruz that time, 23, but the point you're making is exactly correct. There's number 52, Brooks, and then number 62, I was talking about him on the break, is listed as 6 foot, 220 pounds, and that's Quillen Pompilis, and he's impressive. Waynesboro is impressive on both sides of the ball in their size and quickness and strength.
The ball snapped back to Fridley. He'll roll to his left. The ball this time again right in the hands of number 52. That's Tyshawn Brooks for the second time has dropped a sure interception as we see it on the Jenkins Insurance replay.
That's actually a play-action pass. He faked the Price, and his intended receiver was number 45, Harris. A crossing pattern, as you said. Brooks is disgusted with himself. Sometimes that ball gets on you there, and you're trying to reach for it. You don't always expect to come right into your hands like that. So,
Fourth down, the Knights are going for it. 3 receivers in the game, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. He brings one from right to left in motion. Fridley takes a snap, drops back, flags fly. The ball is flipped out to the right side in the flat, and it is not enough for a first down. The ball caught by Harris, Ethan Harris, out there in the flat. He picked up a couple of yards, but not enough, and depending on what this flag is, it may be refused, and Waynesboro will take over right there.
Well, this was a tight end screen. Fridley actually took the ball and rolled to his left. They call him illegal procedure, refused, as you said. But Harris was out there and open, but there was not a blocker there. If there had been a blocker there, it would have been a good play, with the exception of the fact we got an illegal procedure. But it was a well-conceived play. It just wasn't as good execution as they would have hoped for.
The ball made it to the 30-yard line, so that's where the Little Giants will take over. 1st and 10, Waynesboro. Baker in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, runs straight up the middle. He'll pick up about 6 yards, maybe even 7, out across the 35-yard line, out to the 36-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 4.
That was, they had a man in motion, and it was almost like he was reading that he was going to give the ball to the man in motion, but, that's a really good play. He reminds me of the quarterback for Robert E. Lee from last year, who was, a big quarterback and a good runner.
This time Baker keeps a snap. He lined up again in shotgun formation, keeps a snap, rolls out again to his left, and looked like just that time it was a read option, just kept the ball.
Exactly.
Ran off that left tackle, as you see the Jenkins Insurance replay.
All right, that was the companion play. That was the same play he read to the man in motion. That time Michael Brown went in motion, and again Baker kept the ball, as you said, Jay. And
wing T formation, 3rd and 1. Baker turns and gives to Gray. Gray surges forward. He's out close to the 45-yard line, to the 44-yard line, and that'll be plenty for a first down for Waynesboro. 3:34 remaining here in the first half. They lead 26-0 over Turner Ashby.
There's 9 players within 8 yards of the ball, and it worked that time. Turner Ashby got a lot of people around the football that time.
Stephen Thornton on the carry, picked up only 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Little Giants as we get close to 3 minutes, and they'll go under here in halftime.
You see number 45, Ethan Harris. He's outside linebacker / defensive end, and he was one of the first players in there along with some other teammates.
Baker will come up under center. Wing T formation, a single receiver to the right side. He fakes a handoff, rolls that way. Tries to get away from a couple of tacklers, but gets no further than midfield at the most. Pickup of about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Waynesboro.
There's a replay, and you see Baker fake the toss, and then, he 235 pounds, and it took 3 players to put the stop to him there.
Play comes in from the sideline. Baker repeats it for his teammates. They come up to the line of scrimmage, a double wing formation. This time the receiver's on the left. The man in motion is Thornton. Thornton takes a pitch. He's got room on the right side. Stiff arms one man, finally wrestled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. But with 1:49 remaining here in the first half, Waynesboro is back in business, Coach.
This maybe the second time we've seen this play. We saw it in the first quarter where he reverses out after a fake and a quick toss there to, again, number 13, as you said.
Thornton.
And that's been a really effective play for them, although they haven't run it but maybe a couple of times.
Baker again under center, double wing formation. This time it's Brown that goes in motion. It's a fake toss. He drops back and throws deep over the middle. He's got a man out there, caught.
Oh, my goodness.
No, dropped at the goal line. 24 had it. Kawan McCarthy had it and let it get away from him.
Well, he was falling backwards, you can see, and the ball was thrown. And I think the ball went through the arms or by the arm of Warner for Turner Ashby, who's at safety, and it may have distracted McCarthy just briefly, but you could see him pound the ground. He was very disappointed.
A little frustrated with himself,
Right.
you could tell.
Right.
2nd and 10. Again, a man comes in motion. The ball's given up the middle. That's Gray. Gray still working, moving his feet. He's down inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line, and that'll be good enough for another Waynesboro first down.
Just a straight handoff on the read option look, and there's nothing. The replay and the picture tells you everything. You can see what a ball carrier he is and the difficulty of bringing him down.
Took 2 or 3 tacklers that time to wrestle him down, but not until he had the first down. Another man in motion. This time the ball's given up the middle. That was Gray again. I thought that's who it was. I wanted to wait until I seen him got up. Gray down the middle of the field. He picks up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for Waynesboro. Waynesboro calls a timeout to talk about it. So with 1:15 remaining in the first half, we'll take a timeout. Waynesboro 26, Turner Ashby nothing.
This one's great, but we need 4 bedrooms.
I like this one, but there's no basement.
This one's perfect.
At Old Dominion Realty, we put industry-leading technology in the palm of your hand to help you find the perfect home. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Old Dominion is there with the information you need to know. Old Dominion Realty, built on integrity with proof.
Back at Turner Ashby High School in Bridgewater, Virginia, where the Knights trail 26-0 behind Waynesboro. Waynesboro driving again. They've got a 2nd and 5 at about the 12-yard line. 2 receivers come to the bottom of your screen. That's the quarterback's right. Wing T formation. The quarterback takes, keeps, pitches this time. Brown goes around the left end and in for the touchdown.
Here's the Jenkins replay. It's a speed option, and he reads the outside lineman and toss to Brown, and a really fine execution by Chris Baker and the Waynesboro offense. That play is especially effective down on the goal line, the speed option.
Waynesboro set up for the point after. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:09 remaining in the first half, it's Waynesboro 33, Turner Ashby nothing, and we'll be back after this SBS break. Back in Bridgewater, Virginia, specifically Turner Ashby High School, where the Knights trail visiting Waynesboro 33-0 with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining prior to the halftime whistle. And Waynesboro has been pretty impressive on both sides of the ball, have they not, Coach?
They really have. As I mentioned earlier, I had not seen them, but was told that they had big play capabilities, but I've been equally impressed by their defense.
Squibb kick down the middle of the field. It's still rolling free and falling on at the 21-yard line. That's Cody Warner who came up to cover the ball up. So it'll be 1st and 10, Turner Ashby at their own 21. You expect to see them try anything deep here, maybe take another shot in the air, Coach?
Well, I think they're going to, run their offense as they've been doing. I'm not sure they'll try to go deep, but I think, down 33-0, they don't have a lot to lose by trying to maybe take a shot down the field. Be interesting to see what they do here.
Fridley is in shotgun. It is a passing formation most of the time. A man comes in motion from right to left. Fridley takes a snap, takes a couple of steps to his left, throws back across the middle. I believe that's Abernathy who made the catch, number 8.
Correct.
And it is Trent Abernathy. He's out beyond the 35-yard line out to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Turner Ashby. 1:01 remaining here as they reset the sticks.
Well, you saw Fridley set his feet, and again, very well executed. It's just, they are so far behind, and but Coach Snead said to me, "We're going to play hard for the entire game," and you're going to see that. Look at this play.
Fridley found some room that time, scrambles down to the Waynesboro 47-yard line where it will be 1st and 10. Turner Ashby's got another first down with 38.2 seconds remaining prior to halftime.
You see Fridley there on the Jenkins replay, and number 6, Jadakiss Williams, who is the safety man for Waynesboro, came up to make the stop.
Turner Ashby's called a timeout. We'll take it with him and give us a chance to recognize our sponsors during this timeout. I'm Jay Crawford, and I'm joined now by Waynesboro coach Derek McDaniel. And Coach McDaniel, you guys been looking at playoffs. Back at Turner Ashby High School in Bridgewater, Virginia, the Knights have a 1st and 10 at the Little Giants 47-yard line. Waynesboro leads 33-0, 38.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Mason Fridley, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. 2 backs split to either side. He has a receiver on either side. He rolls to his left, forced to run down the sideline. He gets back to about the line of scrimmage where he runs out of bounds. chased out of bounds by number 51, Matt Everidge. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Turner Ashby.
You know, I was impressed by Fridley's composure there. He came out there and was sort of scrambling it, but all the while he was looking downfield for a receiver. So
Fridley takes a snap, rolls to his right, keeps rolling. Chase finally throws out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Turner Ashby with 24.3 seconds remaining here in the first half.
you can see Fridley come over the sideline to get a play call. Fridley, number 7, is a junior, so he'll be returning next year for a Turner Ashby team that has, again, 25 sophomores. So I think
a lot of young kids in his black uniforms out there tonight.
Exactly.
Fridley fakes the handoff that time, tries to run to his right, runs out of room there, bangs into the back of a couple of his own linemen, and then turns around and tries to come back to his left where he slips and loses his footing and goes down, and I believe that will be the final play of the first half. Waynesboro leading Turner Ashby 33-0 here at halftime. Turner Ashby called a timeout. I'm not sure how much time was left on the clock, but there shows zeros on the score clock as you see there. Turner Ashby did, however, take a timeout. We'll take it with him, and we'll be back with the final couple of seconds of this first half right after this commercial break.
Nobody say anything. I don't think it really matters. It'll be last play anyway.
Looks like 4 seconds. They're going to set the clock at 4 seconds, Jay.
4 seconds still on the clock. Fridley will be in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left, 1 receiver to his right. That's Price, Jarrett Price, number 3, in the backfield with him.
Well, the safety man for Waynesboro, Jadicus Williams, is about 30 yards back down the field.
Fridley drops back. He's chased, continues to run, and eventually throws the ball out of bounds, but it will be flagged. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. Intentional grounding is the call. Wow. But I believe that'll be the final play of the first half, Coach, and we'll go to halftime with Waynesboro leading 33-0.
I didn't quite understand. He was under duress, and he was way out of the pocket. I don't know. I'd have to see the replay, but he wasn't able to set his feet to throw the ball. They're definitely calling intentional grounding, and lost the down, and that should be the half. I'm not quite. I don't know if I would have called that, but
officials are still talking about it, and if the play stands, Waynesboro may get a free play here, Coach, because that was 4th down.
Right.
And that's what they're going to call.
Goodness.
They're marking the ball at the 29-yard line, and it appears Waynesboro will be given one untimed play here before the end of the half.
That's something to think about here. Had Fridley just, gone down on his own or been tackled, the half would have ended. I think really a credit to him that he was thinking, hey, I'm going to try to get the ball down the field. That's a competitor.
He just didn't have anybody out there in the area.
That was a competitor in him.
Wing T formation, Baker up under center, 2 receivers to his left. Baker fakes a handoff, looks to his left, looks down the middle of the field, rolls to his right, is chased, will leave the pocket and will be brought down about the line of scrimmage. And that finally will put an end to this first half with a score of Waynesboro 33, Turner Ashby nothing. And we'll be back with the first half highlights right after this SVS timeout.
And Telos wants to give you more for the holidays, like 2 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text for just $25 a month. That's a better value than Verizon and AT&T. And nothing says happy holidays like getting the smartphone you want for 0 down. And Telos will even buy out your contract. It's $25, 2 gigs of data, and unlimited talk and text. Happier holidays from Entelos. More phones, more lines, more data. Get more for the holidays from Entelos.
On the journey to a great car deal, all roads lead to the same location. Harrisonburg Nissan. We've got it all. Great savings on a huge selection of new Nissans and the Valley's largest selection of pre-owned cars. 0 down, sign and drive. And if you'd rather not drive, we're just a mouse click away, 24/7 at HarrisonburgNissan.com. Doesn't matter what the map says. The road to a great car buying experience leads to one location. Harrisonburg Nissan, the beast on 33 East.
I don't know. It's a pretty big lead. Because if they would have scored 35, that's the slaughter rule.
Well, it's when they start the
Right. They just roll it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get them to run the clock, and the people go down there and tell them to start the clock. Here we are at halftime at Turner Ashby High School. The Waynesboro Little Giants have a 33-0 lead here at halftime. And we're seeing, as you see, the Turner Ashby High School band coming on the field for their halftime performance. I think Jay and I were talking early in the game that, Turner Ashby was coming off a satisfying win over Spotswood, and we looked for them to be competitive. And I don't think we can say, as we begin to look at the Jenkins Insurance highlight replays, here's a quick toss. First play of the game, Michael Brown didn't catch the ball, and you would have thought that Turner Ashby had it, but Waynesboro got it back, and they take advantage. As you see, number 20, that's Gray, on one of his plays. Then here's Baker on a reverse quarterback sweep, and you can see that the 235-pound quarterback is not easily brought down, and you see it again here, taking 3 players as Baker gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Here we see Baker's ability to throw the ball down the field, and that's Michael Brown on the reception down to about the 2.5 or 3 yard line. And Gray goes in for the score almost untouched to give Waynesboro another score. Here's Turner Ashby, and you can see a bootleg, and Fridley throws to Harris coming across the middle. Jacadicus Williams here on the kickoff return, and he almost went down but gathered himself, and you can see that Waynesboro has numerous big play capability from not just their offensive backfield, Baker, Gray, but that was Jacadicus Williams. And then Baker scores on that play, and here's Gray again. Another player difficult to bring down. Speed option here down at the goal line, and Michael Brown walks in for the touchdown on that play. So at halftime, it's Waynesboro 33, Turner Ashby nothing. and we'll take this time out for our sponsors.
Good job, Jack.
We are not all things to all people. Therein lies the beauty.
Business owners, did you know you can advertise on television or online in the Harrisonburg area? Reach your customers locally through the power of Comcast Spotlight. You can advertise on networks of programming like Fox News, ESPN, Food Network, CNN, Bravo, the History Channel, and BET and more, both easily and cost-effectively. For all your television and online needs in the Harrisonburg area, contact Michael Nelson at 540-529-8285.
Introducing something new from Old Dominion. Our clients have loved our feature-rich mobile site for years, and now you can get all that info in an app. Search the way you like. Discover listings in new ways. From desktop to mobile, we've got you covered. And one more thing, we are the only company in the area to have access to 5 MLS systems. That means you'll get more listings and info here than anywhere else. Guaranteed. Old Dominion Realty. Now that's what you were looking for.
Clear to zip. Break a little. That's good. Good job. Game on.
Well, folks, it's official. Paul Loball Ford is the #1 select Ford dealer in the entire Washington, D.C. district, including the Valley, for the first half of 2014. All because you made the switch. To meet demand, we've decided to almost double our new car inventory for a bigger selection, which means bigger savings. Plus, free maintenance, including oil changes and tire rotations for the life of your bumper-to-bumper warranty on every new Ford sold. Only where the Valley makes the switch. Are you ready?
Hey, did you know Harrisonburg Nissan has the best selection of pre-owned cars in the Valley? With something for everyone. Best selection, locally owned, #1 volume dealer, it all adds up. Check it out at harrisonburgnissan.com.
Dear Medicap, thanks for helping us save money. In fact, you saved my mother more than $1,000 a year by switching her to less expensive generic medicines.
Thank you for your kind and caring staff. I'm treated like a friend, not just a number. Your helpful staff always makes time to answer my questions and concerns.
Medicap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy. We fill millions of prescriptions, one important person at a time.
Did you know Harrisonburg Nissan is 24 years old and locally owned? Plus, you can shop from home 24/7 online with our express buying service. Check it out at harrisonburgnissan.com. Give us a fighting chance.
This one's great, but we need 4 bedrooms.
I like this one, but there's no basement.
This one's perfect.
At Old Dominion Realty, we put industry-leading technology in the palm of your hand to help you find the perfect home. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Old Dominion is there with the information you need to know. Old Dominion Realty, built on integrity with proof.
On the journey to a great car deal, all roads lead to the same location. Harrisonburg Nissan. We've got it all. Great savings on a huge selection of new Nissans and the Valley's largest selection of pre-owned cars. 0 down sign and drive. And if you'd rather not drive, we're just a mouse click away 24/7 at harrisonburgnissan.com. Doesn't matter what the map says. The road to a great car buying experience leads to one location. Harrisonburg Nissan, the beast on 33 East.
Next, we'd like to honor our band seniors for 4 years of hard work and dedication with the playing of the fight song.
Clear to zip. Break a little. That's good. Good job. Game on.
Come closer. Yeah, that's it. If you buy now at Harrisonburg Nissan, you won't have to make a payment till 2015. But don't tell anyone. If the word got out, everyone will be buying there. Check it out. HarrisonburgNissan.com.
Eugene went to Centera RMH to repair an old shoulder injury, and now he's back to his active life.
With my right shoulder injury prior to surgery, I was not able to do a lot of things I'd like to do. Now I can ride my bicycle, pick up my son, and not have to worry about my shoulder causing me pain. Dr. Muxel was able to repair my right shoulder with a minimally invasive approach so I'd have a quicker recovery. I feel that having my shoulder surgery at Centera RMH has improved my life.
No referral is needed, so visit rmhonline.com today.
We provide excellent care here at Centera RMH Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, from the initial injury all the way through rehab, and it's all right here in the local community. What I love about my job is the fact that I can get people functioning better and back to the activities they like to do. It's about patient-centered care. And the goal from the nursing staff to the physicians to the rehab staff is focused on helping out people and getting them better.
No referral is needed, so visit rmhonline.com today.
Want something you can use now? Well, at Paul Obal Ford, we've almost doubled our inventory so that you can find the new Ford that you're looking for today. Want something you can use for the entire life of the bumper-to-bumper warranty? Well, how about free maintenance? That's right, Paul Obal will give you free maintenance on your new Ford for the life of your bumper-to-bumper warranty. Free oil changes, tire rotations, plus all this. Just one more reason to make the switch to Paul Obal Ford. Are you ready?
The goal for the Centera RMH orthopedic team is to provide great quality care here in the area, be it arthritis related or be it sports injuries related, any kind of musculoskeletal kind of injury or aches and pains. The part about my job that I enjoy the most is really the interaction with patients, and to see them go from their worst of the worst to their best scenario has been the most rewarding for me. I believe that the quality of care that patients receive here is second to none.
No referral is needed, so visit rmhonline.com today.
At Harrisonburg Nissan, right now, you can get 0% financing on select models. Hey, keep your money. Use Nissans. We'll honor and beat all buying service prices. We want your business. Check it out at harrisonburgnissan.com.
$33 to nothing, and Coach, we'll go inside each locker room. What do you think, first of all, what do you think the Waynesboro Little Giants coach, Derek McDaniel, had to say to his troops at halftime?
Well, I'm just surmising that Coach McDaniel looks like he's one half away from being in the playoffs. And certainly he wants to maintain, his execution on offense, and make sure that they're playing good, solid, fundamental defense. And the most important thing, let's don't let up, because, you're concerned about at this time, are we going to get anybody hurt? Don't get somebody hurt. A lot of times what you do, if you don't play full speed, is the time that you might get someone hurt.
You're exactly right. Now we'll go in the other locker room, a little bit more difficult talk for Turner Ashby head coach Chris Snead. What do you think he had to tell his troops at halftime?
Well, I think Coach Snead commented to me before the game that one thing, he's most proud of his team, despite the record and the fact that he's playing 25 sophomores or have that many on the team, is that they played hard all year. So I think his, so to speak, mantra was, hey guys, let's continue to play hard, because that's the one sign of a team that is coming together, and I think, looking to next year, certainly. So let's play hard.
I think you're probably right on both of those counts, and Coach Snead talked a little bit before the game even about how well his team had played, and he was proud of them, and they continue to fight and continue to try to play spoiler this week, although that's probably not going to happen now with the Little Giants ahead 33-0. Another one of the scores we had at halftime, though, is Luray is up over Riverheads. What's that score say to you, Coach?
Well, it says to me, surprise, surprise. We had Riverheads against Wilson Memorial here a couple weeks or so ago, and they had a very fine win at home against a very good Wilson Memorial team, and certainly Riverheads and Wilson are going to make the playoffs, and they're posturing themselves. But I'm not sure, was that game at Riverheads or at Luray?
I'm not sure where it was. I just came back in the booth after a halftime break and heard the score announced and couldn't believe it myself. But Luray is up one score over Riverheads at halftime.
Yeah, I suspect that game might be at Luray, and when you cross the gap there and go down into Luray, you don't know what might happen. I can think of a lot of times of when you go to a school, and I think of James Madison that you and I both see them play some, and there's certain teams that if you go to play at their place, like when they go to New Hampshire, you go to Maine, or certainly tomorrow to
Stony Brook may be one tomorrow, Coach.
It's like you're in a different world, a different atmosphere, and sometimes that's not conducive to being ready to play, and sort of you've got to make yourself get up for the game, although that shouldn't be, but that's oftentimes is. But hey, Luray's out there to get Riverhead. Riverheads has got a target on their back. That's all I can say.
They're number one in the division and obviously number one in the state. And whenever you go out there week in and week out with that number one ranking, people are going to be shooting for you. People are going to be gunning for you. And the same thing is true, like you said, not only is Riverhead's very, very good, Wilson is very, very good as well, and they're probably battling with somebody this week as we speak. But right now here in Turner Ashby, Waynesboro 33, Turner Ashby nothing. We'll be back with the third quarter kickoff right after this commercial break.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
We are back in Bridgewater, Virginia at Turner Ashby High School, where we are ready for the second half kickoff between Waynesboro and Turner Ashby. The Little Giants, the visiting Little Giants, lead 33-0 here as we prepare to start the second half. Turner Ashby will receive as Waynesboro won the opening coin toss and elected to receive to start the game. So Turner Ashby will get this play started here in the second half. Number 7, Zach Becker to kick off. He kicks the ball deep. It bounces one time, is fielded around the 15-yard line, runs straight up the middle of the field behind the wall, and is dragged down at the 29-yard line where it will be 1st and 10 Turner Ashby. That's number 23, De La Cruz, who had to return.
Right. But Turner Ashby's getting the ball here as Waynesboro won the toss and decided to take the ball. And now Turner Ashby will see, I expect them to come out and play hard, and, I don't think there's going to be any quit.
Fridley takes a snap, drops back, can't appear to find anyone open, continues to scramble, will run up the middle of the field and will be brought down at the 30-yard line, a gain of about 1 yard. So it will be 2nd and 9, Turner Ashby.
You see the replay, as you said, Fridley looking for a receiver and unable to find one, tried to get a positive gain.
2nd and 9, Fridley again in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He'll drop back, look to throw. He throws over to his left and has, I believe that's Harris again. That's Abernathy. Trent Abernathy with the catch. The catch is good enough for a first down out to the 40-yard line, out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Turner Ashby.
Our replay showed one of the pass plays that Turner Ashby was successful with, and they came back to it for a first down.
1st and 10 Knights. This time they go to the wing T formation. 1 receiver, he's out to the right side, the bottom of your screen. The handoff goes up the middle. I believe that's going to be Jarrett Price, and it is. He picks up about 5 yards, almost 5 yards, out to the 46-yard line. He's out to the 45, actually, a gain of 4. So that'll be 2nd and 6 for the Knights.
Number 54, Daniel Everidge, was on the tackle for Waynesboro there after a little over 4-yard gain.
Another one of our scoreboard sponsors, Telos, wireless for the people. Fridley this time takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw. He's being chased again, giving up more yardage, and throws as his arm is hit, and the ball will bound incomplete. He did have a man out there. Jared Clatterbuck was in the neighborhood, but that ball barely got away as Fridley's arm was hit, I believe, as he got ready to throw here, Coach.
You see 2 very quick defensive linemen for Waynesboro in there. Number 56 is Sean Hubbard, and 54, Daniel Everidge, had pressure on Fridley that time.
And 48, Tony Fitch, is the guy that got there and knocked the ball away as Fridley was trying to release it. So 3rd and 6 now for the Knights. Their own 45-yard line. Fridley again in shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. 2 now to his right as Price comes out and goes in motion. He looks over the middle. The ball is thrown and tipped. Looks like 2 Waynesboro guys may have knocked it away from each other, Coach.
Right. Number 51, Matt Everidge, was going for the interception. Then number 6, Jadakiss Williams, came up. And they did collide. The ball tipped off Williams' fingers.
4th down and 6 now for the Knights. Fridley will drop back in punt formation. Number 6, Williams, is back to receive.
We saw him on a kickoff return earlier.
The ball bounces back to Fridley, but he makes a nice catch. End over end kick, bounces at the 33-yard line, will roll inside the 25 down to about the 23, where Waynesboro will take over 1st and 10 from there. 9:52 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They hold a 33-0 lead. Recognize another one of our sponsors, Old Dominion Realty, built on integrity, and United Bank, celebrating 175 years. Bank with United. I want to say thanks to those guys especially for keeping that scoreboard at the bottom of your screen, letting you know how much time is left in each quarter and keeping you up to date on the score. 33-0 Waynesboro here over TA in our Shenandoah Valley Sports Game of the Week. Wing T formation, single receivers to either side. Williams goes in motion, but the ball goes to number 20. That's Gray, I believe. Gray picks up what looks to be about 4 yards.
Forget about that
make it 5 yards. And bringing up 2nd and 5 now for the Little Giants. As they'll look to put the finish on this one with another score, I would believe. It's already 33-0. If they can take a time-consuming drive and march down and get one here, Coach, it's going to be very, very difficult as the clock continues to roll on Turner Ashby. Baker under center. He'll take and toss. This is 13. That's Thornton. Thornton's got some room down the right sideline. He's got one man to beat and is finally pushed out of bounds. I believe that was Cody Warner who finally got him out of bounds. See if this is not Warner on the Jenkins Insurance replay, Coach.
All right, number 21 is going to come here into your screen. He's a safety man, and he pushes number 13, Thornton, out of bounds. You know, they haven't run that play but maybe 4 times, but I bet their average per time running it maybe is 20-plus yards.
He does a good job with the football under his arm. You're right, Coach. This time Baker will stay in shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He brings that man in motion to the left. He'll fake the handoff. No, he actually does give it to Brown. Brown will try to find room over the right side and does find room. He's down inside the 30, it looks like, or at least to the 30. They'll mark him at the 30-yard line, a pickup of about 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Waynesboro.
Well, what they try to do on that play is next time they run, we'll point out their offensive linemen are actually zone blocking to the direction of the play, and whomever for Turner Ashby or whomever they're playing comes up in that area to the play side gap. That's who they're blocking. They're doing a really good job with it.
This time Baker keeps this time. He goes off the left side of the line, picks up plenty of yards for the first down. He's down to about the 25-yard line. They'll mark him at the 26.
As you see the huddle there, I want you to look at, for Waynesboro, 56, 54, 64, 51, 53. These are offensive linemen. You know, I've mentioned the big playability, but that is possible because those 5 really good size, quick blockers in front of them.
This time it's again the jet sweep, and this time Brown comes to the left side. He's got room down the left sideline. He's down to almost a 10-yard line. He'll be marked down just outside the 10, and it'll be another Waynesboro first down.
The replay here, you see Brown following his blocker, and you see 64 out in front. That's KK Germany.
Wing T formation, Baker under center. The ball resting just outside the 10-yard line. The ball goes to the first man through. That's Gray. Gray picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Little Giants.
See number 56 there. That's Sean Hubbard at right tackle. Daniel Everidge is the right guard, 54. His brother Matt Everidge, 51, is the center. Tyler Dolan, 53, is the left guard, and KK Germany is the left tackle. They've really done a fine job.
This time the toss goes to 13, Thornton. Thornton looks like he's got room out around the right side. He scrambles and scores. Touchdown, Waynesboro.
You know, when we see our Jenkins replay, look at the toss. He dips in and then back out. Michael Brown gets a brush block there, and 13, Thornton's in the end zone.
Waynesboro set to kick the point after attempt. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up and good. So with 6:45 remaining here in the third quarter, the score, Waynesboro 40, Turner Ashby nothing, and we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Business owners, did you know you can advertise on television or online in the Harrisonburg area? Reach your customers locally through the power of Comcast Spotlight. You can advertise on networks of programming like Fox News, ESPN, Food Network, CNN, Bravo, the History Channel, and BET and more, both easily and cost-effectively.
For all your television and online needs in the Harrisonburg area, contact Michael Nelson at 540-529.
What is it, 30? We are back at Turner Ashby High School where once the kickoff is made, Coach, once the 35-point lead, I believe, is the cutoff, Virginia High School League. 35-point lead. The clock will continue to run now as this ball game stretches on. Turner Ashby's got their work cut out for them, trailing 40-0 to visiting Waynesboro.
Well, yes, the running clock, I think, it takes advantage of a situation where you got such a deficit in score, and I think it's probably a safety factor as well as anything else. As far as, when you've got a deficit this large.
Becker, the squib kick down to the Turner Ashby 25-yard line where it's fielded and returned for about 10 or 12 yards out to the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Turner Ashby at the 37. And for some reason the clock has stopped. 6:25 to play here in the third quarter.
Maybe they winded it now. We'll see if it continues to run now, Jay, once it's marked for play after the kickoff.
Wing T formation. The ball is given on the cross to number 21. That's Cody Warner. Warner gains about 5 yards out to the 42-yard line. Make it 4 yards, make it 2nd and 6 now for Turner Ashby.
Before the game and getting the starters from Coach McDaniel, I noticed that there's about 7 or 8 players for Waynesboro going both ways, but they substitute quite a bit, and you've got a lot of subs in there now.
This time a high snap, Fridley takes in the shotgun, he hands off. I believe that's Dela Cruz that time. It is Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz is down out close to midfield, out to the 48-yard line, and that will be good enough for a Turner Ashby first down, 5:15 and counting here in the third quarter.
You can see number 48 for Waynesboro coming in, Tony Fitch from behind, and he's one of several linemen for Waynesboro who's played a lot, but they're not listed as starters. But indeed, they're very good players.
Fridley again in the shotgun. This time it's a reverse or crossbuck, whatever you want to call it. The second man through, that's Dela Cruz again. Cody Warner took the handoff and then handed it to number 23, I believe. 25, I'm sorry, that's Hunter May.
Right. Well,
here you see the handoff to Jarrett Price and then back to Hunter May, and May finds a little bit of daylight going right up the middle of the screen there.
Yeah, that's one of the staples of the wing T would be the inside handoff on a counter reverse or counter play going back away from the flow.
Wing T formation, you see motion come from the right. Doesn't matter. Price gets the ball, goes right up the middle. He's down close to the 29-yard line, close to another first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Turner Ashby. There you see the Jenkins Insurance replay. Fridley brings the play in with him. Cody Warner jogging with him out onto the field. Fridley again in the shotgun. One man to his left. That's Price. Got a wing on the right side, a receiver to his left. That's Price coming out of the backfield. He gets hit almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. He'll go down about the 29. I don't think he got the first down, Coach. I think it's going to be 3rd and short for the Knights.
Yeah, that was number 52, Tyshawn Brooks. I've been very impressed with him. You're going to see the replay.
They gave him a great spot here, Coach.
Right. He ran his man. There's number 52. He's got him chest high, Brooks.
And they did give him enough for a first down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Turner Ashby. We've gone under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. They trail at 40-0 here to visiting Waynesboro. I backfield. Fridley takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw. Eventually does throw, but I believe the ball was hit coming out of his hand again, Coach. He just doesn't have a whole lot of time when he drops back there.
Right. They're putting a tremendous amount of pressure. 64 was KK Germany. Was one of the players in there that put pressure. Several Waynesboro players putting pressure on Fridley.
I think it was number 62, Pompolis,
who
knocked that ball down as Fridley threw it.
Right. Pompolis is a junior, listed as 6 foot 225, and he's not a starter, but he's been prominent on a number of plays tonight, especially putting pressure on Fridley.
Fridley takes a snap, rolls to his left where he had 3 receivers out. The ball is off the fingertips of number 8. That's Abernathy, I believe, who couldn't bring it in. Took a shot and landed on his back. Here you can see Fridley on the Jenkins Insurance replay rolling out to his right, throws, and Abernathy just couldn't make the catch.
As we come back to the scoreboard, you can see that was an incomplete pass, but you can see that the clock continues to run under their running clock rule.
Third and 10, Turner Ashby. Fridley again in the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Outside man is on the line, the slot back's on either side. He brings the slot back from the left in motion. He comes all the way to the right, and flags fly again. This one's going to be on Turner Ashby, I have to believe. Illegal motion. Illegal procedure against Turner Ashby. So that'll make it 3rd and 15, and these are the types of things when you're trying to cut into a big lead like this, Coach, you just can't afford to have happen.
Exactly.
Our clock continues to run, as you see. We're going to go under 45 seconds here remaining in the third quarter. Turner Ashby driving, facing a 3rd and 15, and Fridley's going to take off with this one. This was a design quarterback draw, I believe.
Yes.
He faked it to that first back up and then just took off. That'll bring up 4th down, and see where they spot it. 4th down and about 9 for the Knights.
We saw that play the first half, and we saw a good block by one of the Turner Ashby linemen. I think it was Dedamore, number 56.
And I believe that's going to be the final play of the third quarter as the Knights watch the clock tick away. We're down to 5. And it will be the final play of the third quarter with Waynesboro leading Turner Ashby 40-0. We'll be back with the final frame right after this timeout.
Just east of Massanutten Resort in Elkton are 2 of the finest restaurants in the valley, Ciro's Italian Eatery and El Paso Mexican Grill. Ciro's offers authentic Italian cuisine, pizzas, and subs, as well as an extensive hand-picked wine selection. And just 2 blocks away, at El Paso, you'll find the genuine tastes of Mexico. So whether you have a taste for Italian or Mexican, take the scenic drive to Elkton and visit us soon. Enjoy a meal you're sure to remember at Ciro's Italian Eatery and El Paso Mexican Grill.
Hope to see you soon. Salud.
Back in Bridgewater, Turner Ashby High School, the Knights trailing the visiting Waynesboro Little Giants 40-0 as we come to our final 12 minutes of play. And Coach, Turner Ashby driving here, it would really mean a lot to these kids, I'm sure, not to get shut out on their final night, senior night here at Turner Ashby.
You're exactly right, Jay. And you know, if any way possible, I guarantee you Turner Ashby's going to try to, push for a score and as many times as they can. I saw an interesting thing right there as the quarter came to an end. I saw Coach Sneed go out to the huddle and tap all the different players on the helmet, like, hey guys, you're playing hard, keep playing hard.
Tried to set up a screen that time. Fridley dropped back, had 2 people on either side of the field. Fridley dropped back, threw a pass intended for number 10, Jared Clatterbuck. It falls incomplete, so Waynesboro will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Little Giants, 1st and 10, 11:48 to play in this ball game.
See Baker coming in there, and the offensive lineman for Waynesboro, for example, number 56 Hubbard, he's 246 pound listed. Tough customer.
Little blitz that time. It looked like a little wide receiver screen out to the right side or out to the left side. Number 24, I believe, is the guy with the ball. That's Kawan McCarthy, who made the catch out there. It is McCarthy.
We're seeing a few subs in there. There's big number 75. That's Jalen Simmons. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 246.
New quarterback in as well, number 14. That's Cody Dawson, now in to do the play calling duties for Waynesboro. He is up under center. The wing T formation. Brown goes in motion. That's Cody who takes a snap. Looked like he wanted to pitch it, just didn't have time as number 22, Kyle Glenn, got there first for Turner Ashby.
Here's a Jenkins Insurance replay. That's a speed option. Same play that Waynesboro scored down on the goal line right before halftime, and that time the Turner Ashby defender wouldn't allow Dawson to pitch it.
Again, wing T formation. Dawson's still in there. He'll turn around and hand it this time to the first back through. I'm not sure that that's Gray, but it appears that it may be the way the line surged.
Right. You know, someone might say, well, you know, here.
It is Gray with the ball, Coach.
Right, on the replay. You know, Baker's the starting quarterback, but you never know what the circumstance might be down the road in the playoffs or whatever, that your quarterback may have to come out of the game. And, you know, it's always good to get your backup quarterback some, you know, valuable game experience just in case he has to come to the game. And that's exactly what Coach McDaniel's doing right now.
This time Dawson doesn't have anywhere to go as number 50, Josh Harris, from his nose tackle position, shoots the gap, shoots that A gap and comes right through, didn't he, Coach?
What happened? The right guard for Waynesboro pulled, and so Harris, when he pulled, he just came to the vacant area vacated by the pulling guard and caught Dawson from behind before he could hand off or pitch the ball.
That brings up 2nd and 15, a loss of 5. Here comes number 13, Thornton, on the sweep again, that tall sweep that he's had success on. This time he loses his footing, gets out across the 30-yard line, out close to the 36-yard line. Make it the 37-yard line, a pickup of only about 3, so it'll be 3rd and 12 now for Waynesboro.
Now this, I can't remember tonight. You'll have to, you know, correct me, Jay. I'm not sure if Waynesboro's been this, you know, this far away from a first down. Maybe once.
I don't think they've been behind the sticks all night, with the exception of maybe a penalty or two. But
right.
They've had a lot of success offensively. Done a good job defensively too. Brown this time goes in motion. The ball goes right up the middle. It hits the ground, and it appears that Turner Ashby came up with it.
Yes.
See who that last player is up off the pile, or see it here on our Jenkins Insurance replay. Who is it that falls on it, Coach? Number 66.
That's correct.
Bryce DeMoss.
Yes.
Who has the ball under the pile. First down, Turner Ashby.
Well, Turner Ashby sent an all-out blitz that time, and you know, so they knocked the ball loose before the fullback could even get the ball.
Clock running. Fridley still under center. He fakes a handoff, rolls out to his right. He's being chased, and he will take it out of bounds at the 31-yard line, where it will be second and 6 for TA.
You know, Fridley all night has done some really good things, even though the score doesn't indicate that. But on that play, he went out and he was going to pass while the edge defender fell back into the flat, and Fridley very intelligently just followed him and ran out of bounds for a positive gain.
Fridley this time up under center, takes a snap, hands it to the first guy through. I believe that's Price. Price breaks the tackle. He's to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Turner Ashby.
Well, there's an indication of what you said earlier, Jay, that Turner Ashby is going to be determined that they didn't get shut out here on senior night in their last home game. And it also speaks to the fact of Coach Snead talking about these guys aren't going to quit. And that right there, that run and score by Price is certainly an indication of that. Turner Ashby's going to go for 2.
Turner Ashby in the wing T formation. Fridley under center. The fake toss, the rollout. He throws back in the right corner of the end zone, and the pass is good. So with 6:51 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Price touchdown run gets Turner Ashby on the board, and it's 40-8. We'll be back right after this telemedia timeout.
And Telos wants to give you more for the holidays, like 2 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text for just $25 a month. That's a better value than Verizon and AT&T. And nothing says happy holidays like getting the smartphone you want for 0 down. And Telos will even buy out your contract. It's $25, 2 gigs of data, and unlimited talk and text. Happier holidays from Intelos. More phones, more lines, more data. Get more for the holidays from Intelos.
Back at Turner Ashby High School, and Coach, you found a new man crush, haven't you?
Well, number 45 is impressive. He's a sophomore tight end. He also plays defense. But on that 2-point conversion, Fridley took the snap and faked a quick pitch that they'd used, and then he threw back to 45 and Harris. And here it is right here. You see the fake quick pitch. He throws back to 45. Watch Harris go up and fight to get the reception for the 2-point conversion.
Nice play. Eamon Lowry set to kick off for Turner Ashby. He pooches the ball down the right sideline. It is retrieved at about the 20-yard line, brought back to the middle of the field. There's some room there. The running back still running, moving his feet, breaks another tackle. He's out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. And I believe that is number 48. I believe that's Tony Fitch who had the ball.
Yes. You see the replay here. He goes back and says, let me take this, number 12. And there's a couple missed tackles there, but look at the determination. Also the TA players, some of them, one's holding him up and the other are trying to dislodge the football like you work on in practice. But that was an impressive return, Jay.
Our clock will now stop. 32-point difference and not 35. Cody Dawson still at the helm for Waynesboro. He came in on the last series to replace Baker. He fakes a handoff, comes to the right side, runs toward the sidelines, gets down to the Turner Ashby 45. And that will bring up a second and about 3 for the Little Giants.
Well, Cody Dawson is a junior, and he's listed at 6'2", about 185, which is a nice size for a quarterback. And he ran a play that we've seen earlier with Baker where he just fakes the ball and then the quarterback off tackle.
Wing T formation again. Dawson this time gives the ball. The ball goes off to Gray. Gray finds a big hole off the left side of the line. He's down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, where it will be another first down for Waynesboro.
Well, you see the replay. Quarterback reverses out and hands to Dawson. We've seen several wing T offenses this year, and if you're going to run the wing T, you've got to have a very productive fullback, and in Gray, Waynesboro does have one.
Wing T again. Dawson under center again. This time he gives to number 21. 21 is Jones. Jones finds some nice room off the right side of the line. He's down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line, where it will be second and a long 3.
Yeah, 21 is Maradon Jones. He's a sophomore, 5'5". He would be difficult to find back there, behind the offensive line. And he did a good job there on that play.
Wing T play. This time the ball goes up the middle. No.
Dawson
kept it. He's got room down inside the 10-yard line. Will be brought down at about the 9, I believe, is where they'll spot him. I think he fooled everybody, including me, Coach.
Well, that was once again supposed to be the speed option. He faked. He came and the defender sort of froze. Well, you're taught as a quarterback, when that person you're going to pitch off of stops or freezes, you turn it up, and that's exactly what he did for a positive game.
Preaching to the choir. I wish I had a dime for every time I heard that, Coach. When that guy commits, you go. Wing T formation. Ball rests just inside the 10. The ball handed off. No, it's not. It's kept again. This time Dawson's going to lose yardage. He'll be brought down at about the 15-yard line. Nice defensive play that time. I can't tell what the number is, but maybe we'll see it on the Jenkins Insurance replay.
Well, that was the same play, just companion play just to the right, and there was pressure from the backside. In fact, the defender for TA almost got held. If he didn't, they didn't call it, but so Dawson didn't have any place to go that time.
22, Kyle Glenn, the guy that made the play, eventually knocking Dawson down. Dawson will again come up under center. Wing T formation, single receiver to the right side. The toss comes to this side. That's Thornton again. Thornton's going to lose even more yardage as he's finally whistled down. The ball's whistled dead at the 21-yard line, so there's another loss of 6. Waynesboro going the wrong way now, Coach.
Well, we're seeing the quick pitch to Thornton that we said earlier, that how much yards per carry on that particular play. Well, they just lost their average bunch because Turner Ashby did a good job on that one.
Single wing formation, double wing formation, 2 receivers. One out to either side. The ball floated up in the air, and it will be picked off at the 1-yard line. See if I can get a number for you. Number 28. Seth Cron with the interception. 3:04 remaining, and Turner Ashby will be back in business at their own 1-yard line.
Good interception. Pass was just a little bit short, but good play by number 28. And you can see, for you folks out there watching, that Turner Ashby is still playing hard, as Coach Sneed said they would.
3:04 remaining in the ball game. Waynesboro 40, Turner Ashby 8. Turner Ashby has just intercepted a pass, and they have possession on their own 1-yard line. Fridley up under center, the stacked eye behind him. The ball goes to the first man through. I believe that's going to be Price. Jarrett Price picks up maybe 2 yards out to the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Turner Ashby.
Here comes some wholesale substitutions on the part of Waynesboro. I've counted 6 new Little Giant players coming on the field here here in the latter stages of this game.
Looks like Waynesboro will be in the playoffs next week. We will not be doing a playoff game next week, but we hope to be back on the air with you the following week with a playoff game featuring one of the local teams. This time the ball thrown out to the right wing. Number 24 makes the catch. Gray Sherfy makes the catch, but he is whistled down before the ball pops loose.
Right. He actually put his knee on the ground as he caught the ball. But you still see the clock running as we're nearing the end of the game, Jay. You can see his knee down right there.
He was whistled down. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. The ball resting on the 10-yard line. Third down, Turner Ashby. They trail 40-8 here in the final 140 and counting. The ball given to the up back. I believe that's Price. Price didn't have much, if he got anything at all. It looks like they will, according to the side judge. They're marking him far enough. And I believe that should be a Turner Ashby first down. And it is first down, Turner Ashby. 1:32 remaining in this ball game. Waynesboro is going to get a win and make the playoffs for the first time in as long as I can remember, Coach. It's been a while.
Yes, and Coach McDaniel said if they won, that's a possibility they may be going against Hidden Valley that we saw against Spotswood last year in the playoffs.
Here's the reverse. It looks like the man Sherfy's looking to pass. He won't. He'll cut the ball back upfield, turn it into the middle of the field. Maybe he should have kept coming toward the sidelines.
He ran
into a lot of purple and white out there, Coach.
Right. You'll see him turn up the field, and he must not have seen number 21. That's the young man that was playing fullback in Gray's place. He bounced right off of him, and then a couple of little giant tacklers put him down.
We're going to go under 30 seconds before this next snap is held. There you see the pitch, the hook and lateral, Coach. You don't see that every day. I had that in my book at Blue Ridge, but you don't see it every day. A nice little play, Abernathy to Cody Warner. Warner has the ball out across the 30 to the 32-yard line, where it will be another Turner Ashby first down with 24.2 seconds remaining in this game.
That's a Miami Dolphin play.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that reference, Coach. I like the Dolphins.
Yeah, back in the day when I was still in the coaching ranks, that's exactly what we called it, Miami.
Price goes in motion. Fridley, the only man left in the backfield. He drops back to throw. He'll look, he'll throw, and the ball is just off the hands. Nice diving effort that time by Abernathy, I believe who that is. It is Abernathy as we see the Jenkins Insurance replay.
He said he really does a good job looking down the field. That was well thrown. Is a tough catch with a good effort. Notice here under a minute they do stop the clock on incomplete pass here.
Scores back under 35, so that's under the
32. That's my bad.
Virginia High School League rule.
Yeah, my bad.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. The quick screen.
I think he was going to pitch it.
No place to go. It looked like he was going to pitch it, but the man didn't get there in time. That was number 10, Jared Clatterbuck, who had the ball. And I believe that will be the final play of the ball game. Waynesboro heading to the sidelines, Turner Ashby heading to this sidelines, and we've got the final whistle with the final score, Waynesboro 40, Turner Ashby 8. I am Jay Crawford saying good night for Jack Hale and the rest of our staff. We hope you've enjoyed being with us. We'll see you in 2 weeks for more playoff action on our Shenandoah Valley Sports Game of the Week.